Hey there guys, this is Code Tutorial for you back with another Leetcode problem. This one's called rotate array. So it says given an integer array of nums, rotate the array to the right by k steps where k is non-negative. So meaning k is going to be positive. So as you can see from example 1, nums is the array is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and k is 3. So as you can see, it wants us to move these last three numbers to the very front. So it shows you an explanation, rotate 1 steps to the right. So it's going to bring 7 to the very front, and then 2 steps to the right. So it's going to bring 6 to the front, and then 3 steps to the right. It's going to bring 5 to the very front. You can see that from example 2 as well. This one's K2, so it's going to be these last two numbers. It's going to rotate to the right, so we're going to have these two numbers in the very front. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start off by k. So if k is bigger than the array, we're going to have to make sure it's going to be less than the array. So let's say if, okay, so the size of the array, as you can see from example 1, is that 7? 7, so the size of the array is 7 and k is 3. So let's say if k was like 10. If k was 10, so we would have to subtract that. It can't be greater than the array size. So we're gonna subtract that. It could be bigger than the array size, but to make it easier, because if we do make it bigger than the array size, and we're gonna have to keep on going all the way to rotate when some numbers could just stay where they're at. So if let's say if k was 10 and the array size is 7, is this example 1, and we just have to subtract 10 minus the array size, which is 7, which is k is equal to 3. So basically, if k is 10 and k is 3, they're going to do the same exact. It's going to look the exact same at the output. So what we're going to do is while k is greater than nums size, k is equal to k minus nums size. So while k is bigger than num size, we're going to keep on subtracting it to get a smaller k, so it won't have to keep on rotating when you can just have it lower a lower number that's less than the array size. So then we're going to use 2 pointers. So int left is 0 and right is going to be num size minus k, because our furthest right in this problem is going to be, let's say it's going to be these last three numbers that we're going to work with. So the furthest right we're going to work with is this 5. So it's num size k, so that's 7 minus 3, 4, 0, 1, 3, 4. So yeah, we want to work with this. So it's going to be a furthest right k. So to rotate this array, we're going to use, we can't use the nums array to manipulate it. It's going to be easier if we insert the elements to another array. So we're going to initialize a vector int ants, and then we're going to have the scope, which is going to be the same size of nums. So yes, as you can see, vector int ants answer, short for answer, and the scope is going to be nums, the size of the nums array. So we're going to do a for loop. We're going to go through every single element of the array. So while right is less than or equal to nums dot size minus 1, we are going to do no, not while. If we are gonna do ants I, we're gonna put it into the other vector, and we're gonna do nums right plus. So every time so if right is less than or equal to nums outside, so let's go to the problem. If right is equal to nums minus, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna insert it to the other vector, which I in this case is gonna be 0. So as you can see, let's go to the paint to let you see. So right now this is the other array, which is empty. This is array ants, and this is array nums. So if right is less than or equal to nums dot size, nums dot size minus 1, as long as that's true, we're gonna put what nums right is equal to. So right now is so nums dot size minus k is 7 minus 3, so that's 4. So nums right 4. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's gonna be 5 right now. So it's 5. But in our for loop, as you can see, the for loop is I is equal to 0. So we're gonna implement that into this 0 in our vector. So we're gonna get this 5 is gonna be now to here. Okay. And then once that's done, we're gonna add 1 to the right. So it was 4, and now it's gonna be 5. So the for loop is gonna go again. Now it's gonna be 1. Starts off at 1, and now that 1 is gonna be this section right here. So this is gonna be empty. So this is 0 and this is 1. So now the right is equal to 5 because we added 1 after we were done with that. So now we go to what's 5? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is 6. So we're going to put 6 here. And now we're going to add another right because we finished that. So that's going to be 7 now. So, 5. No, it's 6 because last one was 5. So this is going to be 6. So 6 is equal to less than or equal to, so it still works out. So now I is going to be 2. So there's going to be 2. So 0, 1, 2. So we're going to have this 7 now in here. Okay, so now to get the rest of the numbers, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going to do else, which is going to be int I nums left plus. Okay, so left right now is 0. So now we are in I is 3. So 0, 1, 2, 3. And I is 0, so we got 1. 1 is going to be in 0, so right here we have it in 3. And then now I is 4. And we added 1 to left, so left is now 1. And that's going to be, so 1. And now we're going to have a 2. And so on and so forth. We're going to keep on going until we are done rotating. All right, so it's going to put all the lefts, all the other 1, 2, 3, 4 with this else statement. Okay, so now we are done with that for loop. So now, so as you can see, it's void. So we're going to have to return that. Since we worked in another vector, we're going to have to put nums. We're going to put the ants vector, which is going to be, now it's going to be nums, because we couldn't use the way we did it, we can use nums to rotate the array, or else it would just mess up the whole array and we wouldn't get the right answer. So that's pretty much it for this problem. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more LeetCode problems. Thank you.